Hi Princeton Tigers, today for our video, we're going to skip the first part. You guys all know your inverses of operations, so go ahead and fill in those boxes. We're going to go straight to our equations. We have 3 review of one-step equation, and then Miss Mac tells me you guys are doing so well with 2-step equations that we're going to go straight into those once we do 1 or 2 review. What operation are we doing in this first one? We're adding. How do we undo addition? Subtract. So you subtract 5. Get out your calculator. We have x equals, what's negative 11 minus 5? Negative 16. This one, what operation are we doing? Multiplication. So how do we undo multiplication? Divide. When we divide, we'll get x equals what? Negative 3. Lastly, what operation are we doing here? Subtracting. I want you guys to actually finish up that one on your own. Now let's go into 2-step equations. So let's do our first 2-step equations. What is our goal again when solving equations? To get x by itself. So what can I do in this equation to get x by itself? First, I want to get rid of everything that's not directly next to x. So I can start by adding 6 to both sides. When I add 6, what am I left with on the left side of the equation? I'm left with 5x, which equals 25. Now, how can I get rid of my 5 next to the x? What operation is that? It's multiplication, so to undo it, I divide. I divide on both sides. I end up with x equals 5. Looking at the next one, again a 2-step equation, I want to get rid of everything that's not directly next to x. So what do I want to get rid of? First, I subtract my 4 on both sides. Now what am I left with on the left? I'm left with 2x. And then on the other side, I have 18 minus 4, which is 14. What's my final step? To divide by 2. So my final answer is x equals 7. So my first answer was x equals 5, and my second answer is x equals 7. We're going to do 2 more, and then I'm going to let you finish up the rest as practice. So for the next one, 3x minus 2 equals negative 8. I'm trying to get x by itself. What's the first thing I need to get rid of? I need to get rid of my minus 2. How can I undo minus 2? Add 2 to both sides. What am I left with on the left side of the equation? 3x. And then what do I have on the right side of the equation? Negative 8 plus 2 equals negative 6. Final step, divide by 3. I'm left with x equals what? Negative 2. Looking at the next one, I have 3x plus 5 equals 23. What do I want to get rid of first? I want to get rid of my 5, so I'll subtract 5 on both sides of the equation. Now I have 3x equals 23 minus 5, which is 17. Last step is to divide. So I can divide by 3. Now I'll get x equals 17 over 3. And that is my final answer for the equation. I won't make you divide to figure out that as a decimal. All right, go ahead and finish up the other 5 2-step equations, and then you have some 1-step equation practice on the back, as well as square root practice, and then Ms. Mac will be pulling you at the end of class.